Alright, what's going on YouTube? This is Kingdom Rush Pigeons. We are doing level 13 on veteran mode. Our hero is just a level 10 hero, and we have Master Architects, Ultimate Warrior, or Ultimate Power Up, sorry, Inferno Nova, Fear of the Damned, and Soul Echoes for our upgrade tree. So just go ahead and copy that. Let's go ahead and hop into it. Okay, so starting off this fight, we have a pretty big open level with a lot of money to spend. Now, there are some very convenient places to put towers thanks to the level layout. So just go ahead and copy what I'm doing, starting off with the archer towers and the little barracks on the right-hand side. There's a lot of it's just kind of generic stuff. There's a few armored guys, lots of little fast things. Pretty straightforward level, honestly. I think if you think we had a really tough iron challenge last level, but this is a pretty light level. I spent all my money to start with. You can see I put a mausoleum as our main source of magic damage to start with, and then level 3 archer towers. Our hero can just kind of chill there. We want everything to kind of be in that area right next to where the Black Knights are standing, so they can take the most damage from our archer towers as well as the mausoleum. So just make sure everything chills out in that area. I called the waves in pretty fast this level, so there's going to be a lot going on in the later levels. You can see up top on the left hand side I just called in the waves, so now I have to build some Inferno mages, and I'm going to use my hero as a makeshift barracks, dropping down the reinforcements. Thankfully that mausoleum can hit both sides of the wave. It can hit stuff on the right side and the left side, and they all converge down the center path, which is a very, very convenient spot for that to be placed. And we're going to be putting down another Inferno mage just to have our hero stall things out. Pretty easy. We'll be calling the wave to get that cooldown on our hero power. And just upgrade your Inferno mages. That's the main one I put there in the center is a really good spot because it covers everything. These dogs are the only thing that really resist magic, and you have to worry about them sneaking past your defenses if there's too many guys there, so just be careful of that. But everything else is pretty easy. More stuff coming in now. Here's just kind of chill there. I went ahead and upgraded to a level 3 Inferno just to do the max amount of damage we can. I dropped a Soul Impact and then called in the wave really early to get almost the entire thing reset. And we're just gonna just a couple little upgrades coming in. Pretty chill. This is it gets a little bit more intense later on, but I think honestly this level's pretty straightforward. I like to put everything in this little choke point. I like the little farmers that come out. It's kind of funny. There's 2 different places that come out. Right at the bottom there, you can see the farmers coming out, and also at the top, right next to our Inferno, in the center, right next to the Inferno mage. Farmers will come out there later in the game. Now, there's one little dog that's making a run for it. Thankfully, he got finished off with that level 4 archer tower. You just got to be careful about that. And we're going to be putting a Dark Knight Fortress as another little barrack, so things can die hopefully that right there on the left hand side, and then if they make it past that, they'll have to deal with everything else. The troop captains, I hadn't encountered the enemy yet, so that was something that you will see. These things can upgrade the peasants to the armored guys, so they're worth stalling out a little bit with your reinforcements if you get the chance to do that. They also have a fair amount of armor. Down at these entrances on the bottom, I would just go ahead and put an Inferno mage, and then I'll also end up putting a mausoleum. And I just dropped a soul impact there to try to kill some stuff off. You may not need to do that, but I went ahead and I wanted to kill things faster. So you can see now in the center, a fully upgraded Inferno mage tower is going to be doing a lot of damage to single targets. And we have a mausoleum tower coming up as well. You're gonna want to prioritize the archers are really nice against the low armor stuff, but since there are quite a few little like armor guys, I would probably prioritize magic. That is a very convenient. You can see the mage tower and the archer tower, the mausoleum and the archer tower, are going to cover pretty much all the waves. So we'll be maxing out almost everything on those towers later on. There's a nice little choke point where everything is just kind of grouping up. We drop some really nice soul impacts and get huge resets. You can see top left, we went ahead and upgraded our Inferno Mage Tower. And bottom as well. Just been periodically upgrading, trying to keep it as even as I can. We'll be periodically upgrading these Inferno Mages just to get the damage out. And wave 7, so we're almost halfway through. Now, another thing I did, you'll see here, is put these gargoyles down from the mausoleum. They'll act as a makeshift barracks if things start to slip past. Like if something slips past our hero and our reinforcements where I put them, they'll have to run into the gargoyle, which is really nice. Another reason why you want the mages is for these flying guys. Because if you went like heavy on the artillery, you wouldn't be able to deal with a lot of the flying guys that can run past. So it's going to be important. These little bat things, or they're called hunting eagles. I'm sorry, hunting eagles. That you have a lot of AP to deal with that. You don't want something slipping past. Now some angry farmers are coming out. Again, they're going to run right into the gargoyle, so no big deal there. Those dogs dying very quickly to the archer towers. Meanwhile, the Inferno Mage on the left-hand side is almost upgraded. It's level 3 now. And I would recommend just keeping your hero somewhere in the center. I moved him over to the left just to kill these things a little bit faster. And you can see double Inferno just shredding everything. So wave 9, we have our mausoleum upgraded on the bottom. We're looking pretty strong. We will be eventually going into some of the tower upgrades, like I said. But right now we're just getting our mages all the way up. Try to find just find areas where your hero will be doing, damage, and try to do upgrades that make sense. So you can be pretty flexible here, as long as you have have enough mages and in the convenient spots. I really like the gargoyles because they give you a lot of stalling power. Possessions isn't so useful here because there's not many big targets that we want to take possession of. Now we have a lot of money, so just be sure and keep spending your money so that you don't end up with like large amounts of money like I just did, because that's just money that's not being put to use, so it's like damage you're missing out on. I went ahead and put a archer tower in the back too, just in case something slipped past our main line. We wouldn't want to lose the game due to like one random guy getting past. And as far as the Black Knights go, I went ahead and upgraded them to level 3 there. They were a little bit low in HP, so I figured it'd be a good time to level up. And notice how I got maximum DPS on that mausoleum, so we're going to be doing as much damage as possible. For this Inferno Mage in the center. It's a good idea to go with the teleportation runes. And I like the area damage as well for the upgrades. And I'm just debating on what to buy there. So I went ahead and just got another Archer Tower. Hopefully to help with deal some of these dogs, some of the smaller things. And you'll see later I chose to do the Infernal Arrows, or the Corruption Arrows, which basically weaken the enemies. And that's going to help with some of this faster stuff that tries to run past. So it's also a pretty cheap upgrade. It's like 102. I could probably move my hero down to be doing something, but as long as he's going to be up there just waiting and chilling up at the top, that's fine too. You can rotate these Mausoleum Gargoyles back and forth. They're incredibly helpful in that spot where you can cover both lanes. You can see double Gargoyles coming out. Just as much stalling as we can get. You can see me upgrading the arrows to try to get some extra damage. I'm going to want to be wary at the top because I don't want something slipping past. And I chose the Lava Fissure here just because when things clump up right next to the gargoyles, it's nice to be able to do that area damage. So you can notice I'm rotating the gargoyles back to the top lane, just basically adjust to how the wave is going. So another Soul Impact dropped right before I reset the wave, so I got a pretty big cooldown on it. And again, you're going to have a lot of money, so I would think once you have, like, most of the towers you can see are maxed out. Just try to spend your upgrades. The goal is just to get the most use out of your upgrades, so try not to just throw money into random upgrades, but if you know that something will be good, don't be afraid to upgrade it because you will have quite a bit. It's pretty generous as far as the money they give you this game. So it's you can experiment with some different upgrades as you like. I did the Affliction rune as well at the bottom there, just because it will weaken the guys, and then as they run up to our main defense where my hero's standing, they're going to be taking a lot of the extra damage. So you can see it gets a little bit chaotic. There's just all kinds of stuff running, fast things, little things. It's a good idea if you see things to clump up with that, just try to get a good soul impact up and then reset the wave real quick. That's exactly what I did right there. You can see things almost lit past. That's kind of why I built this Archer Tower in the back here, just in thinking that something might try to slip past. And I went ahead and put levels into possession too, just to help with these captains. But so far so good. The Black Knight Fortress as well got fully upgraded, so that's fun. I didn't really bother to put any upgrades into it. I think maybe I did one upgrade on their attack, I'm not sure, but they're not really as fun as they are. I don't think they're that great to put a ton of upgrades on. And we did some area damage now, as well as the teleportation. Everything just conveniently groups up in this little spot here. It makes it perfect for these soul impacts and any kind of area of attack you have. So you can see all these captains here just getting rained down with the soul impact. And pretty much maxing out these Archer Towers. The back line here, we do a Archer Tower and then a Mausoleum, but this is the final wave, so I think I might have been a little bit too safe here by putting all these points into the Mausoleum. It's all good. Everything died. And we're waiting for our lava tower Inferno mages to finish off these guys. Almost done. Those gargoyles down the bottom are doing work, just doing massive stalling while we finish off the rest of the captains and things. And there you go. That is a pretty straightforward game. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you learned something. I would just follow a similar format. You should be fine. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.